Well, we are certainly well into the Lenten season, and the gospel is rather pointed once again. How are you doing? That's the question. How are you doing? What are you doing? The Lord is asking each of us today. Are we putting things into proper perspective? He's talking about the current leadership of his day, the scribes, the Pharisees. What we would consider today probably the political shakers and movers. And he's cautioning people not to imitate them. Not to imitate them, certainly blindly. And that's part of what we do as human beings. We sometimes look at something and simply follow it, just because it's the newest thing, or it's a fad, or whatever it is. We don't understand the titles that we use or misuse. Keep all things in proper perspective. That is simply what the Lord is asking us to do. The Lenten season affords us that opportunity. From Ash Wednesday to today, it's an ongoing self-check. How are we doing? From the time of kind of strange this year, Ash Wednesday, and receiving ashes, did you get ashes, etc., etc.? Well, if you did, fine. If you didn't, did that upset your Lenten season? Was getting a little piece of smudgy ash on your forehead, probably since you had to do it yourself this year, more important than the Eucharist? And that's one of the cautions of Christ in the gospel. Put things in their proper perspective. We whine and complain about the things that we don't get because it's something we want. But do we want what Christ wants for us? That's the challenge of Lent. It's the challenge of everyday living as a disciple, but truly in the time of Lent. It's looking within ourselves, dying to self. Self-centeredness, self-righteousness, dying to that part of ourself, to allow the part of ourself that reflects Christ to be Christ.